Hello, welcome. My name is Lisa. Today I wanted to talk to you about self-care. This is my channel, Prairie Imperfection, where I document my journey to trying to live the most fulfilled life that I can. And that includes a weight loss journey, my motherhood journey, and everything in between. The reason I wanted to talk to you about self-care today is because I have been feeling so healthy lately, and when I compare myself to last year at this time, it's a world of difference, and I think it has a lot to do with my self-care routine and behaviors now. And one of the things I use for self-care is actually bubble baths. That would be why my hair is wet and I have no makeup on, because I am not about to put more makeup on at 9 o'clock at night. Also, if you're wondering why I have a bruise on my face, I was at the dentist and I guess I got a bruise from the needle. I think the reason why my self-care is making me feel healthier now is because I changed from numbing to connecting with my soul. And let me explain that a little bit to you. So I have been doing some reading about self-improvement, self-help type of things, and I read The Gifts of Imperfection by Brene Brown, and she talks about numbing, which is, let me just quote her, numbing is behaviors that help us to numb and take the edge off vulnerability, pain, and discomfort. So, some of my self-care things that I was doing last year was like watching a lot of TV and eating, particularly binge eating, and even more specifically, Ben & Jerry's tubs of ice cream while my kids napped. And that, I believe now, as I am learning more about health and mental health, I believe those two things were numbing behaviors for me. Like, I still watch TV now, but I don't watch like hours at a time with basically to turn off my brain. I try to do things that I connect with my soul more. I do hobbies like this, which is YouTube, because it gives me something to create, and I think creating things helps your soul become alive, actually. And this year I have been focusing on living a more purposeful life, so I'm trying to spend my time doing things that make me happy, that truly make me happy, that aren't fake happiness, I guess. Like a lot of the TV programs or the food, like sugar that I was eating, I thought was making me happy, but in reality it was not. Like, sugar is linked to depression and anxiety. So now I also learned that eating nutritious food is actually great for your mental health too, because you need healthy nutrients for your mind to think properly. Another thing is, like, in this book there's a whole bunch of guideposts. She says there's 10 guideposts that she recognized wholehearted people had in common. So some of them are like laughter and song and or music and dance. So I try to enjoy things like that in my life. And connection, I think, is a big, like, the big message too, is connection is what makes people thrive. So I'm trying to do things that I feel more of a connection with people, like playing with my kids, or like, like I've been going to the park lately with my kids and just going for walks with my kids and playing outside. I guess the weather is nice, so that helps. But also just playing toys with my kids and interacting, I guess, instead of just watching TV. Also, let me talk quickly about my weight loss journey. I have kind of been plateauing right now. I'm trying to lose 20 more pounds out of 70. I lost 50 already. But I feel very healthy right now, and I don't feel the need to push myself to lose the weight fast anymore. So I'm just kind of slowing it down a bit for now, at least, because I have had a lot of other changes in my life, like I quit my job and have no income. So that's a little bit of a stress, but I'm trying to choose to live a more purposeful life, and that job was not purposeful at all. So I have to kind of be stressed out right now until I figure out what is purposeful for me to be doing. Which, well, I am being a mother. That's another thing that I think with self-care is, when I was working full-time, I felt like a failure. My house was a disaster. I had no time for my kids or energy for my kids, and also I didn't have the time or energy for my job either because I was worried about my kids. So that's another thing, is listening to your soul, your gut, and not looking outwards for answers. I think turning inwards for answers is what's going to be good for your self-care as well, because only you know what will make you happy. Nobody else can tell you that. Stop listening to all the crap out there from everywhere. Look inwards, and if you have a whatever, I don't know what your belief system is, but for me, I'm a Christian, so I am looking inwards and to God to, get my answers. And I realized that quitting my job would make me happy. And being a mother and like having the time to actually commit to being not a good mother, but like a well-organized mother, and a mother that has time to spend with her kids and work on things like discipline and good behaviors, would make me happy. Sometimes I think money dictates our decisions too much. I was just working that job because I had to pay the bills, and I got to the point where, like, why am I giving up my life to pay the bills? There has to be something better than that. And if I go bankrupt by quitting my job, I really don't care, because like wealth, houses, and cars and materialism is not actually what makes you happy. Yes, that's another thing. Connection is money and materialistic things do not have connection. Connection is from people. And I wanted to spend more time on my connections. Okay, now this is enough of me blabbing on. Exercise, like having a bubble bath, taking time to reflect, prayer, meditation, whatever you do with your form of, God or your belief system. Understanding yourself through, like self-help books and stuff is I think, a form of self-care too. And just feeding yourself well. And that's it. So let me know how you do your self-care, and if you have any numbing behaviors that you know of. Okay, I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.